Adventure by Grace, Alyssa, and Maya. Once upon a time there was a snowy village. The village was surrounded by gnarly and snowy trees. The village was nearly 100 years old. The buildings were so old that they crumbled to dust when shaken. Behind the village was a large mountain, and behind the mountain was a huge, wide ocean. In the village lived 3 young sisters. The triplets' names were Bella and Mia. Little did they know they were about to go on an exciting adventure. Since their parents died, they have a nanny to take care of them. On the night before their 10th birthday, their nanny gave them a huge leather-bound book that they could only open on their birthday. In the morning, the girls were really excited about opening the book. When they opened the book, a letter fell out and hit the floor in a cloud of dust. Cassidy picked up the letter and read the back.
For Mom and Dad,
Said Cassidy.
Oh,
Said Cleo. I wonder what it says, said Bella. Why don't you open it, girls, while I fix dinner, said Hannah the nanny. The sisters opened the letter, and it said the following. Dearest Cassidy, Cleo, and Bella, we are writing this letter so you can understand what we have been doing. Our family has been going on a quest for many years. We hope you can finish what we cannot. Your quest is to find 3 jewels that have been lost for many years that can remove the curse on our village. Much love, Mom and Dad.
Natalie. Thank you.
After reading the letter, the girls felt a rush of emotion and gave each other hugs. They never expected to get a letter from their late mom and dad. Cassidy asked, I wonder what this means,
I think we should start by reading the book.
said Cleo. Bella said.
Yes, let's read the book and begin the quest tomorrow.
The girls realized that this book has been in their family for hundreds of years. The type was faded and the pages were yellow from age.
You have to be careful with this book.
Said Bella.
You're right,
Said Hannah.
the pages are very old.
Slowly the girls turned from page to page. It was a lesson in history about their family. Every member of their family continued to add new information to the book.
The following morning, the girls began to get ready for the first part of their quest. They gathered the supplies they needed in their backpack. As the girls started to walk out the door, Hannah stopped them and gave them each a lunch, a bottle of water, and a hug. Hannah's eyes filled with tears as she said,
I remember sending your mother and father out on the first day of their quest.
the girls hugged Hannah and set off on their adventure. The girls walked through town and realized that they were walking on the same path their parents did when they started their quest. As the girls approached the edge of town, they began to feel nervous. They had never been outside of their village and never walked into the woodsy forest. The girls slowly walked through the forest. They came
To a spot where the path turned into 3 paths. They did not know which one to choose. Which path said Cassidy. The middle one. No, the one on the left. No, the one on the right. No, the middle one. Never mind. I can't decide, said Cleo. Finally, Bella said, let's take out the book. Maybe it will tell us where to go. Bella took out the book, and as the girls opened it to the first page, there was a picture of the paths. Suddenly, the page began to glow, and 2 of the paths disappeared. They followed the remaining path.
began to walk up the mountain in search of the tree. Bella said, "There are trees everywhere. How are we supposed to find the one in the book?"
Technical difficulty.
Just keep searching for the house of Cleo.
said Cleo. Suddenly, Cassidy screamed and pointed.
I see it.
The girls walked towards the tree. The hollow tree was standing alone in a field on the side of the mountain. The tree and the book began to glow. "Let's look inside of that hole," said Bella.
Cleo, you go look.
Said Cassidy. Cleo walked to the tree and began to look inside. The hollow tree had a small layer of snow, a little patch of moss, and 3 acorns.
There's nothing in here.
Exclaimed Cleo. The others ran over to help her look. They each grabbed an acorn and shook it. "These 2 are hollow," said Bella.
What about the last one?
Said Cassidy.
I'll check it.
Said Cleo. Cleo shook the acorn and heard something inside of it. The girls got very excited and tried to open the acorn, but it wouldn't break. The girls used one of their water bottles to try to crack it open. "It worked," yelled Bella.
What's inside? What's inside?
Said Cleo.
Wow. It's a new cell.
Suddenly, the book cover began to glow.
What is the book doing?
Asked Cleo. "I think it wants us to put the moonstone in the cover. There's a place to put each of the jewels right on the front cover," said Bella. Cassidy walks over to the book and places the moonstone in the cover of the book. The moonstone and the book stop glowing.
I can't believe we have finished the first part of this book.
Said Cassidy.
The girls continued to walk on the path, following every direction in the book. They stopped to eat lunch. As they ate, they ran ahead to try to figure out what the next stop might be.
According to this map, we need to find an ice cave.
Said Cleo.
I bet that's where we find the next jewel.
Said Bella. Cassidy said, "I think we should keep moving." The girls cleaned up after themselves and returned to the path.
This map is starting to get confusing.
Said Bella. "You are right. It seems like we are walking in circles," said Cassidy.
We should just keep walking on the path until the book tells, and hope the book will help us.
Said Cleo. The girls continued to walk. "It's getting really cold," said Cassidy.
I want to go home.
Said Cleo.
Wait,
Said Bella.
We must be getting near the ice cave. That's why it's getting so cold.
The girls come to a beautiful waterfall. Stop to refill their water bottle when Bella screams.
Look, behind the waterfall.
Cleo says,
you're right. That must be the entrance.
"Let's go in," said Cassidy. The entrance to the ice cave was surrounded by icicles and frozen stones. Bella walked in first and was reading the book for clues. She followed the path described in the book, and the other girls followed her. "Do you hear that?" said Cassidy.
Yes.
Said Cleo.
And look in the book. It's glowing.
Said Bella. The girls noticed that there was a wall in front of them that was glowing, and there also a high-pitched sound. The closer they got to the wall, the louder the sound got. Suddenly, the ice shattered and revealed a turquoise jewel. Bella began to jump and cheer.
We found it. We found the second jewel.
Bella grabbed the turquoise jewel and placed it in the cover of the book. "Only one more jewel to find," said Cassidy.
Wow. Wow, it looks like there's a way to get through the mountain without going back to the entrance of the ice cave.
Said Cleo. Cassidy says the book talks about a sapphire and the ocean.
Isn't there an ocean on the other side of the mountain?
Asked Bella. "Maybe we should keep walking on this path and it will take us to the ocean," said Cassidy.
The girls continued on the path, though through the ice cave. The longer they walked, they noticed that the ice was melting and it was getting a little warmer. The girls were getting tired, but they wanted to finish their quest. After hours and hours of walking, they finally came to another waterfall. Cassie said, "I don't think we can get through there. The water is coming down so fast. It must be from the melting ice." Melting ice on the mountain. "It seems so dangerous," said Bella. Cleo said, "We have come this far and we can't give up. I have an idea. Take my hands." The sisters joined hands, and as they stepped closer to the waterfall, the water stopped. They could now cross through the ice cave safely, and they reached the ocean. "The book just seems to end right here," said Cassidy. "This can't be the end. We have come..." Oh.
This can't be the end. We've come so far.
Suddenly, as the girls stood on the snowy beach, the waves began to pick up and roar. A big stone started to rise from the ocean, and a large star, a sapphire, was on the top. The girls climbed the rock and removed the final jewel and placed it in their book. Their quest was finally complete. The girls returned to the village. And realized that on the statue in the center of town, there is a belt with a place for 3 jewels. The girls placed the jewels in the belt, and beams of light start shooting out. A crown then appeared on the head of the statue. Suddenly, the snow stopped and the sun came out. Flowers started blooming and streets filled with people and laughter. The 3 sisters had brought life back to the snowy village. The end.